glowing house on the other side of the trees. She was right. It was a circus, and she could see it. Normally, the only things outside her window were horses and fields, and Daddy and his helper working on the white fences or yellow horse barn. Sometimes Mama walked across the grass to the barn, her long blonde hair trailing behind her like a veil. Other times, trucks pulled into the barn driveway, and Daddy's helper put horses in and out of trailers or unloaded bags and hay bales. Once, two men in baggy clothes, Daddy called them bums, walked up the driveway, and Daddy's helper came out of the barn with a shotgun. If Lilly was lucky, deer came out of the woods, or raccoons scurried along the fence toward the feed shed, or a train zoomed along the tracks. And if she put her ear to the window, the chug of the train's engine or the shriek of the whistle came through the glass. But now there was a circus outside her window, a real live circus. For the first time in her life, she was seeing something different that wasn't in a picture book. It made her happy, but a little bit mad at herself, too. If she hadn't been reading all afternoon, she might have seen the train stop to unload. She could have watched the tents go up and caught sight of the elephants and zebras and clowns. Now it was too dark to see anything but lights. She put down the book and counted the boards around the window. Sometimes counting made her feel better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It didn't help. She couldn't stop thinking about what she'd missed. She pressed her ear against the glass. Maybe she could hear the ringleader's cries or the circus music. The only thing she heard was air squeaking in her chest and her heartbeat going fast. On the windowsill, her cat, Abby, woke up and blinked. Lilly wrapped an arm around the orange tabby and pulled her close, burying her nose in the animal's soft fur. Abby was her best friend and the smartest cat in the world. She could stand on her hind legs to give kisses and lift her front paw to shake. She even jumped up on Lily's bed and got down when told. "I bet Mama will go to the circus," Lilly said. "She doesn't have to worry about people being afraid of her." The cat purred. What would it be like to see an elephant in person? Lilly wondered. What would it feel like to touch its wrinkly skin and look into its big brown eyes? What about riding a pink and white horse on a carousel? Or walking among other people, eating peanuts and cotton candy? What about watching a real live lion perform? As far back as Lilly could remember, there had been times at night, after her light was out, when she snuggled in her bed, her mind racing with thoughts of leaving her room and going downstairs. She'd read enough books to know there was more than one floor in a house, and she imagined sneaking across the attic, finding a staircase, making her way through the bottom floors of Blackwood Manor, and walking out the front door. She imagined standing with her feet on the earth, taking a deep breath, and for the first time in her life, smelling something besides old wood, cobwebs, and warm dust. One of her favorite games during Daddy's weekly visits was guessing the different smells on his clothes. Sometimes he smelled like horses and hay. Sometimes shoe polish or smoke. Sometimes baking bread or, what did he call that stuff that was supposed to be a mix of lemons and cedar trees? Cologne? Whatever it was, it smelled good. Daddy had told her about the outside world, and she had read about it in books, but she had no idea how grass felt between her toes or how tree bark felt in her hand. She knew what flowers smelled like because Daddy brought her a bouquet every spring. But she wanted to walk through a field of dandelions and daisies, to feel dirt and dew on her bare feet. She wanted to hear birds singing